Guardians of the Galaxy that we see in the movies. Because you're like the guardians of Earth. Hi, welcome to 713 Live. I'm Maelia Davis, and today I have the super cool Robert Postell here with me. Such a great guy with a wonderful story. He is from here, born and bred in Cypress, Texas, and wonderful story. You went to Bridgeland High School. He's a pole vaulter. Went to the U.S. Air Force Academy and pole vaulted there, graduated, and now is in Space Force, which I've been learning all about Space Force. So many people, so many questions about it. So Robert's going to be here today answering all sorts of questions. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I have known Robert since he was an itty-bitty kid, and he went to this wonderful high school here in Cypress called Bridgeland. And Bridgeland has put out amazing athletes. And if you're not from Texas, you really don't know the caliber of athletics that are expected in this state, in this city. Bridgeland is one of the most competitive high schools in the state. And you decided to be a pole vaulter when you were how old?
Like 7th grade-ish.
And so one day you just go, I'm gonna jump with a pole. How do you become a pole vaulter?
So I did gymnastics for about 4 or 5 years growing up, and I was mainly, my main sport growing up outside of that was football, and I was playing football for Salyards, the middle school over here, and season ended, and me and my friend who also did gymnastics were just looking for something to do springtime, and he said, this looks fun, why don't we do it? And so tried it out. I sucked. I sucked. I think I made our travel roster for maybe one meet by 7th grade.
Really?
Year. Yeah.
Well, and he's very humble because you ended up being number one in the state. At one point you ranked number one in the state. Goes on junior. You were in the Junior Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Since middle school.
Yeah.
Right? So your first year you sucked, and
yes,
then what happened that?
I was awful at it, but I thought it was fun, so I stuck with it. Actually got real formal training and not just what our school was offering. And I was the only person doing it out of season or practicing out of season. So when my 8th grade season came around, I just took off.
So thanks to mom for that training, right? Big kudos to your parents to get you that, right?
Yeah.
So 8th grade, total game changer. What is the secret to being an amazing pole vaulter? It looks so difficult to me.
The main thing is just you got to be fast. You need to be a really good sprinter because it's a whole physics equation. The faster you can run into your jump, the more energy you can put into it, and then the more energy will shoot you up.
But and we have pictures that you can see right here. We have pictures of you. You're almost straight up, and then somehow you get over that bar.
Yeah.
You use the pole to throw your body over that thing. That's a lot of upper body strength, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot more. It's a lot of shoulder strength and a lot of core strength required.
So how tall are you?
5'11".
And what is your highest jump?
16.6.
So do the math. That's quite a feet. How does it feel when you're do you know, because the pole goes into that, I'm describing it really poorly.
Yeah.
It goes into that little, what is that, a divot or something?
It's called the box.
Okay, the box.
Yeah.
And then you're starting to fly over. Do you know, not going to do it, or, this is a good one?
I know as soon as the pole hits the box.
Really?
If I could make it or not.
If you ran fast enough.
Yeah.
How much does that thing weigh? Is it heavy?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I'm doing the math on the fly here. The bag I would bring to meets would be about 50 pounds-ish, and I usually had 7 poles in there, 6 poles.
So you traveled with what? How do you fly with that? Is
Southwest? That's how you. Not to plug them, but.
So Junior Olympics. The first time that you qualified, how many years did you do Junior Olympics?
Every year besides my senior year because I had to leave for basic.
For the academy.
Yep.
And what's it like to compete in the Junior Olympics? I mean, how many people can claim that? That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah. No, it was definitely really interesting. I almost said hot. When you asked me how it was, I almost said hot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, just because Junior Olympics I went to was in the South in like July, August time. Yeah. So, but no, it was such an amazing stage to like compete on. And I honestly ended up seeing the same people every year.
The same people that do the same sport.
Yeah.
And is that all you did? But you also ran track, didn't you?
Yeah, my senior year, I was also occasionally thrown in the 100 or whenever.
Thrown in there to just because you're a little fast.
Yeah, there was I mean, yeah, I was a fast runner, but like we had better dudes who could run the 100. There was actually, we had a meet. So I ran the open one time, and then I was in the 4x1 3 times outside, like after that. First time I did the 4x1, we actually did like an all pole vaulter team, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then the next time our like sprinters were finally healthy and they could do it, one of the sprinters on the team was also a pole vaulter. And during the meet, 4x1 came up, he's still vaulting, and I'm like sleeping, basically waiting for my time to come. So my coach walks over, wakes me up, and throws me in the
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So the training for pole vaulting, it's a lot of running, and how do you, like, for those kids, I mean, there's kids out there that want to be pole vaulters, like, what advice would you give them? Like, how do you, other than like obviously get some good training, but for you to you worked on yourself. You had to have worked a lot on yourself. How do you get to that elite level? What do you suggest to some little kid that has a dream of, I want to be the world's best pole vaulter?
Everybody who like wants to pole vault knows who Mondo is, and that guy started when he was like 5 years old. And
pole vaulting.
Yeah, pole vault. Yeah, there's a video out there, and like that shows his progression from then. And he's just an anomaly. But like for everybody else, if you just grow up like doing sprints and just like have a passion for running and stuff like that, then you can definitely like grow into being a pole vaulter.
You just have to learn the logistics of the box and the pole.
That is actually that comes so much more naturally than you think.
Really?
So when all my pole vault coaches, I think maybe taught like, it's called the top end when you're actually in the air. They maybe taught that 10% of the time. And the other 90% was fixing your run and your takeoff off the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's the key. So this is where your whole thing for air started and flying, right? That's when you're flying over that thing, it's like, yeah, Air Force, that's what I want to do. So you were one of the first classes to graduate from Bridgeland.
Yeah.
And you decide like one day to go to the Air Force Academy. How did that decision come about?
So, I actually didn't want to do anything in the military at all. My dad was a former Army, and I was fully convinced, like, I'm not going to follow his footsteps. I'm going to do my own thing and not go into the military. Yeah. And then found out that pole vaulting doesn't really give you a full ride to schools.
Oh, okay.
I was getting, I got a full ride to one place, but most of my other offers were about like half scholarships. Just looking at it from like just a financial perspective, I was like, this is probably the right choice, at least for the time being. And so that's how I ended up there.
So a lot of people don't know how to get into an elite, service academy. It's not easy. You have to have great grades. You have to have a congressional, recommendation. You have to pass physical tests. You have to, the medical exams, the eye exams, the dental exams. It's like insane, all the process that you have to go through.
Yeah.
So you applied and you find out, so did you have to interview with the pole vaulting team at the academy? Is that how
not for my sake to get in, but more to see if like I wanted to go there. So I had multiple calls with the team there and the coach just to see if I would even like vibe with the team, if that makes sense.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I thought the people there were actually, so in my head, the vision I had of service academies was like the super nerdy J-Rotzy kids that were like non-social. However, those calls like showed me that was definitely not the case.
It's not the case, right? And you were the first kid to graduate from Bridgeland going to a service academy.
Yeah.
So you don't really realize that, but that opens the door to a lot of kids, because once these service academies find out that a school has that caliber of a kid, then they start looking at these schools. So you really opened the door for even my kids, I'm sure, because you were the first one to get out of Cypress and go to such an elite service academy. So you get to Colorado Springs. from Texas weather. And were you like, yes? Did it feel like I'm in heaven?
I mean, the summer was definitely nice. It was definitely it was still super hot in Colorado.
That's true.
However, that was late summer. Yeah. I was in Colorado, what was it? I think it was Friday, and it was about 35 degrees in late May. Yep.
35 degrees. Yeah. Wow. And the altitude, that had to have taken you some time did you get altitude sickness and all of that or no?
I don't, but someone else I know gets it real bad.
His mom is here in the studio. Yeah, altitude sickness is it's bad. It's miserable. So you get there, 4 years of it. How was pole vaulting for the Air Force Academy like?
I love the team, but it was definitely a struggle, I think, compared to other schools. I mean, your son knows, waking up at about 5:30, 5:15 to then go to a lift at 6, then get off of that lift, and then I had to go to formation. And then after that formation at 7, I was then in class for the entire morning, and then I had to go to a formation for lunch, march into lunch. After we ate lunch, I would then have a meeting after lunch usually, and then I'd go straight down to practice.
Yeah. So being a D1 athlete at a service academy is so difficult. You get a full ride, right? Everything is paid for, but you have maybe 2 or 3 hours a day to yourself if you're lucky, and you're probably just wanting to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah. It's because you're not only just doing the academics, which are very, very very high level on academically. You guys have to take, there are lots of hard courses that aren't just normal basics and stuff. You're taking military classes and things like that. And then you're also doing all the PT, all the physical training that goes with the military. And then you're doing, your job, which is to be a pole vaulter for the school, and traveling. And traveling with that kind of rigor, you're missing out on classes and teachers.
Yeah, I think my favorite story about that is my junior year, I was taking electrical computer engineering. I was a business major, by the way.
That gives me a heart attack just even saying it.
I majored in business management, and it was during spring semester, so track was in full swing. We had 40 lessons of that class, and I went to 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So how do you catch up?
Begging a lot of people for help, and watching a lot of the recorded stuff on the road.
Yeah, the good thing about the service academies is almost everybody is there as an athlete. A good majority are athletes, and then there's some that aren't. But I probably But everybody's kind of in the same boat, and there seems to be a real brotherhood, and everybody trying to help each other.
Oh yeah.
So graduation, you graduated a year ago?
Yeah, May 28th of 2025.
Here's graduation picture. That day, what did it feel like?
Cold.
Oh, it was cold.
So, just before I get into how I actually felt the weather that day, there's usually a flyover with the Thunderbirds.
Oh, wow.
It was 40 degrees and cloudy that day, and I was the first class since 2007 to not get a flyover that day.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
But outside of that, it was just a fantastic feeling to know I was finally done with all that crap.
So I know you had to fly. We have a picture of you in the is it a cockpit? Is that what is it called? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cockpit.
Cockpit. The things that you had to do at the academy. Maybe talk a little bit about that kind of experience, not the academic part or the pole vaulting, but just the Air Force part of.
The picture you're talking about, my junior year, they send everybody to different bases around the country to get a operational experience. And I picked Randolph Air Force Base down in San Antonio. That picture was taken when we got to get not a tour, but a backseat ride of a T-38, which is the fighter trainer jet. And that day I got to ride backseat of a lieutenant colonel training a lieutenant on different fighter tactics or whatever, and we were up there for an hour, and I was rolling around.
Oh my God, my stomach is already turning. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
So, what do you think was the hardest part of being at the academy?
The day-to-day, BS, I guess.
Yeah.
like getting pulled in, like all your time being taken away from you for random stuff that just like didn't matter.
Yeah. And what was the best part about the academy?
The people, 100% the people.
Really?
Yes. My original plan was definitely to leave after freshman year and maybe like go somewhere else.
Really?
But the people I met, I was like, there's no way I'm going to meet like these kind of people again.
Yeah. It's very interesting you say these kind of people. It really is an elite. Everybody's like you.
Yes.
Like when you're in high school, you probably stood out like crazy because of your pole vaulting, but over there, everybody was the best in their school. And so you're surrounded with people that are incredibly talented and great athletes all around. So you're not like you're just another, fish in the bowl, right?
Yeah, another face in the crowd.
Another face in the crowd. But it's a pretty elite crowd.
Yes.
Okay, so you graduate and you have to choose, what am I going to do now? And so the Air Force Academy gives you choices of where you want to go, and you choose
the Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah.
So I've asked him a million questions about Space Force. Is it like, Guardians of the Galaxy that we see in the movies? Because you're like the guardians of Earth.
Yeah.
Right? So explain to people what is Space Force? Like, what is the whole point of Space Force?
So obviously it's about defending assets in space, but it's also about protecting to and from space and threats that could come from space. So like missiles launched from another country, like that type of thing.
So, Army is going to be on the ground, Navy is going to be, at sea somewhere, and you guys are protecting the
thing that everybody uses.
Yeah.
Imagery satellites, every single branch like uses that, and so we're in charge of protecting that.
It's incredible to think about that you're protecting space, which didn't exist. It just started, 7 years ago?
Yeah, the Space Force stood up in 2019.
So we didn't have this branch of the military before 7 years ago.
Yep.
Which boggles the mind. And so, when you think about, the Army's been around for 200, over 200 years, and Space Force is brand new. So you decide that this is what you're going to do. What did it feel like graduation? You're like, I'm going to go into Space Force, Mom. And, and with the unknowns, so many unknowns, because you don't even have people to ask, like, what's it really like? Or what was that like?
I don't know. It was definitely a little like nervous. Like I was definitely very nervous going into it just because, like you said, like, nobody really knows what it does. The only idea I had from it was a pole vaulter who graduated in 2021, and he doesn't really do anything. He works acquisitions in LA and posts himself on a boat every weekend. And so,
oh my gosh, what a great life! Yeah.
So that was technically the only impression I had of it, but like I knew that wasn't like the full reality.
Yeah. And so what's like a normal day in Space Force like?
So the program I'm in right now, it's called OTC, the Officer Training Course, and it's a year-long program that all new Space Force officers go through, and it's supposed to teach you the 3 different like core competencies of the Space Force, so operations, intel, and cyber. And so right now I'm in the intel block of my training, and that's usually start at about 8. Class runs until about 11:30. We break for lunch, come back at about 1, and then more class in the afternoon, and then we're sent home for the day.
So you're in classroom time right now in your training. So you told me that it's 3 blocks. You already did the first one. Was that one classroom time too?
Yep.
And is the third one the same way?
Yep.
And so when do you get to like do something?
So my program ends October 31st of this year. And so after that, I get sent off to my unit, and that's when the real operational stuff starts happening for me.
So you told me that the summer before your last year at the academy, you guys did ops, right? Which is like what we call internships, but they call it ops. It sounds cooler. And that you had it was pretty fun that you guys were, kind of tell people about that. That's so interesting. I think guys, well, girls too, would love to hear what that's like.
So that was probably my favorite academy experience. They stuck me in a hotel for 2 weeks, and for the entire 2 weeks I was at Randolph Air Force Base. I showed up in a drone squadron, and I got to mess around on the drone simulators and like do that. Like I said, I got to fly in the back of a fighter jet. That was by far the coolest experience.
Yeah.
We got taken to the air traffic control tower and shown what like that is, and trying to think about any other like.
You said you were like shooting at each other's satellites. Or,
oh yeah. So in
that sounds so fun to me.
Yeah. So in Intel is like one solid block, cyber is one solid block, but space, since like that's like our domain, there's a lot of smaller blocks that are broken up into it, and orbital warfare was probably the coolest one. Orbital
warfare. Okay.
Yeah, and so that one, we like learned about orbital mechanics, like stuff in orbit and like the behaviors of that. And then the end of that block was how to fight and shoot at each other in space.
That sounds incredible. And so they're simulators, right?
Yeah.
What did you call it? You were the title of what you guys were doing?
I don't remember.
Gosh. Aggressors? No, space aggressors, or
that was the casual job I did.
The casual job. Yeah. You were a space aggressor.
Yeah. So like the way, I don't know if Alex has the same thing, but once we graduate, we get 2 months of leave, yes. And then so my 2 months leave pass reported to my base, and I wasn't picked up for the first block of training, and so while I waited for that next block to come through, I got picked up to work in a space aggressor unit, like basically next door.
I love the titles that you guys get, a space aggressor. So yeah, I picture Star Wars and all of this. For the reality of it are you just overseeing just the sky surrounding our Earth, keeping us safe? That's basically what you guys do.
Yeah.
What a cool job. And you guys wear a uniform every day?
We do, yeah.
So you go to work every day. What comes after your training?
Like kind of graduation, or
after this 1 year, you get sent to another. You get deployed, or what happens?
So I get my job list that I can pick from in about 2 weeks from now. I get my assignment, and they send me off to wherever they end up like picking for me.
Where could you end up? Is it the United States? Is it international?
Yeah, so there's mostly United States. The only assignments that are like overseas they're called JTAGs. I don't remember what that stands for, but it's like theater missile warnings to like Japan, Sicily, Germany, places like that are like the only overseas assignments. The ones that are CONUS, that are like in the United States, are operating like missile warning radars, doing orbital warfare. The one I want to do is launch operations, and that sends you to either Florida or California.
What does launch operations mean? What is that job?
You're just in charge of coordinating launches out of either Cape Canaveral or Vandenberg.
Like the launches of the rockets?
Launches into space. Yep.
Oh my Lord. Is your mom just super proud? I would think so. What a cool job. So how long do you have to serve? Is it 5 years after the academy?
Yeah, it's 5 years with then a 3-year reserve requirement.
And what are you thinking? Are you going to be a lifer, or are you thinking you don't know?
I have no idea. I mean, like, if I enjoy the Space Force that much, maybe I'll like stay in for super long, but like if there's better opportunities, maybe I'll go somewhere else.
So in your wonderful, how old are you?
23.
You're 23 years of age. Looking back, right, on this wonderful life that you've had, what do you think, what would you tell yourself? Like, if you could go back to that middle school kid, would you do it all over again the same way? Would you do anything different?
I would do it completely the same way. I don't think I would have changed the thing.
That is awesome. What an amazing, we have a picture here. His name is still on the score.
We have a picture of that?
Yeah, we do. We have a picture of that. Your name is still on the record for Bridgeland with your pole vaulting. No one's beat it.
Really?
Yeah, you're still up there, and I think it's amazing. So I always ask people as I wrap up, what's your favorite thing about Houston?
The food.
Definitely,
food. Yes, the food.
What do you like?
Lots of Cajun food that's like come over. Barbecue, nowhere does it as good as here. Someone gave me a recommendation in Colorado, like, oh, this barbecue place is as good as Texas barbecue. I went there.
I know, they don't know how to do barbecue.
No.
So you told me a funny story that when you went to the academy and somebody asked you, where are you from? And you said, oh, I'm from Texas.
Yeah, so I was, there was another pole vaulter that was recruited with me same year. And we were having this, like, they called it a barbecue the night before. It was just, it was dry burgers the night before our first day at basic. And I come up and meet him, and we're talking to each other, and he says, oh, you're from Texas? I thought you were going to have this, like, thick country accent. And
yeah, I know. It's amazing to me the images that people have of somebody from Houston, especially Houston.
Yes.
Like, people think you should have a hat on and boots,
yes,
and there's nothing wrong with that. My husband wears that, but yeah, it's so the food, that's awesome. And so if you have any advice to anyone thinking about joining the Air Force Academy, trying to get into the Air Force Academy, what advice would you give them?
Maintain really good grades. However, the most important thing is I always look for leadership experiences. And so while you may have good grades, if you don't have any leadership or anything outside of that, they won't even look your way. So always try to put yourself in front of people and put yourself in those situations.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you.
I've been following his life thanks to his mom, and Cypress is a big city, but we feel like it's a little small town, and everyone's so proud of you. You really have shown up for Cypress in such a big way, and I look forward to seeing what you do at Space Force. So
thank you.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for tuning in. And if you know any other amazing people like Robert, please DM me and let's get them on the show. That's all for today at 713 Live. Have a great day.